folks, dude here, coming at you of all things. Wednesday. Just seeing my stack of stuff. Sometimes stuff comes out daily. Some things jump out of me. Today I'm coming to you on Wednesday, of course, March 9. And what came out today on Breitbart.com? Well, what I've seen is probably about the lowest of the low. Typical liberal compassion at the highest level. ESPN has fired Mike Ditka after he referred to Obama as the worst president we've ever had. Now, looking at the article in Breitbart, it took less than a week after calling Obama, quote, the worst president we've ever had, end quote. Ditka was, he was tossed unceremoniously on the trash heap of liberal, oh, you've insulted our guy. So the cable network hired Hasselbeck to replace Ditka on the Sunday NFL Countdown. Hasselbeck performed well in the relief for an injured Andrew Luck this past season. But that's the other thing, too. He's also like 40 years old, and he's now working with his brother as an analyst in ESPN. And, pretty much he decided to call it a career and start his new career in broadcasting when he quit doing. But Ditka told a New York radio station last week, he's just said, he's the worst president we ever had, quote. End quote, and then, quote, not a leader, end quote. He's a pro Hall of Fame with a preference for Donald Trump. I'm just kind of like riffing off part of the article here. Immediately, the comments set off widespread speculation about whether the words would result in the demise of the Super Bowl winning coach and player at the network. Ditka joined ESPN in 2004 after working for CBS and NBC. So he's been there, he's been there for 12 years. ESPN has refrained from commenting on what role, if any, Ditka's criticism of the president led to him losing a job in the Sunday NFL Countdown. No, it was the primary reason. These liberals are butthurt. They have absolutely no skin of any thickness to deal with their guy being called the piece of crap that he is. And I'll tell you what, I put a comment on there and I said, you know what, I'm going to start talking to their advertisers. I'm going to start commenting to these guys going, you know what, you just S-canned, and I do mean like S for like the dirty word for crap. You just S-canned Mike Ditka unceremoniously for him putting out his opinion. He did not say, I'm working under color of ESPN. I think Obama's a piece of crap. No, he said, this is my opinion. Next thing you know, ESPN gets all butthurt and goes, hey, you can't do... No, actually, let's do this in a proper voice. Hey, you can't do that. You're being mean to our guy. Yeah, the proud social justice warriors for the more than slightly liberal side of things, also known as pro sports broadcasters. That's right, there is a raging crowd of leftist scum of the highest level in the sports industry. So if you watch ESPN and you support Time Warner in any way, shape, or form, or any of those other guys on Comcast, or any of those other jackholes who work for Disney, who work for all kinds of other venues in the cable TV networks, you are supporting hard left liberalism. And it doesn't have any place, way, shape, or form in your daily lives. So here's what you guys need to do. Number one, go on to ESPN on the comments section and let them know what it takes to find them. I'm going to put the link below. It is not easy to find any way to tell ESPN what you think about them, way, shape, and form for all of your acquired case of righteous indignation. It is not easy to contact them, and that is on purpose. Number two, contact their commercials, their advertisers. Make it hurt, okay? Contact any of these guys and say, you know what? I don't like the way ESPN treated Mike Ditka. Until such time that Mike Ditka is apologized to and reinstated, I am not using your goods, service, or I'm not purchasing your product. Trust me, folks, if 10,000 people say anything to these advertisers, they're going to run screaming around like, basically a screaming liberal that just found out that Obama truly is the worst president we've ever had. They are not going to like this, and they're going to go to ESPN, and they're going to say, look, ESPN, buddy, we can't support you, okay? You guys are now starting to cost us market share. This is not good. The way that you just treated Ditka is now Well, it's got flashback on us. And the optics of what you just did to him also don't look good. You need to reinstate him, or you need to apologize, or you find some way to make good on it, because what you guys just did to him is not cool. So literally, folks, if you guys do any kind of contact to their advertisers, read like their big advertisers, read like Budweiser, read like any kind of like, clothing type of thing. Under Armour, if you see Under Armour supporting them, that's a local company here in Baltimore. But if you contact any of these guys and you let them know, I don't like the way you guys treated Ditka, it means something. So contact the advertisers, contact ESPN, and let them know, no small measure, that you are completely disgusted with the fact that he exercised his First Amendment rights and got bitch slapped. That was not cool. All right, folks, I'm going to break off on this one. Eat good, keep it thundering as always. You know you love it. Every once in a while, I kind of want to do these audio mini podcasts versus actually doing a true hardcore video, but this rose to the level of such a depth, breath, and way, shape, and form, and I had to call attention to it, because Mike Ditka, even if he was like the coach of like the team that you didn't like, he didn't deserve this kind of treatment from ESPN. This is unconscionable liberalism at its highest levels. Ugh, they disgust me so. I'm gonna break roast with it, folks. Eat good, keep it thundering as always. You know it, you love it. Oh, ESPN, you all are pussies. See you guys. Obama sucks.